Miss Eliza Louise Lyon, Eliza to her friends, needing a horse to escape, scanned the stable. A gigantic black stallion, standing at least 16 hands, occupied the first stall, the obvious prize, flaunting his proud stance and giving an insolent flick of his magnificent tail. She opened the gate to his stall and scrambled up the stacked hay bales to reach him. She didn't have a lot of time to calm him if she were to make her getaway. Now that she had 3 men after her, her chance of evading capture had lessened. She whispered to him, sensing his heroic but persnickety personality, before she swung her leg over his enormous back. The handsome fellow didn't bolt, but turned to stare at her. Whispering how beautiful and brave he was, she ran her hand along his silky sleek neck. He pawed at the ground, shook his head, and gave a loud snort. She felt his strong muscles ripple in defiance, but it was all for show. "You're a sensitive and courageous fellow, and you'll save me. Your name should be Lancelot." Eliza swallowed the unexpected sob in her throat. Abby, her older sister, always teased Eliza about her need to rename horses to suit their personalities. This wasn't the time to have a crying fit, despite her harrowing day. She had to warn Abby of the danger. If she hadn't worn Abby's cape for her imprudent ride this morning, none of this would be happening to her. But then, her sister might have been kidnapped. Although, unlike her younger sister, Abby wasn't so headstrong or defiant that she'd risk riding alone. "You have to help me. Evil men are after me. Not me, but my sister Abby, whom I strongly resemble." She hadn't told the Frenchman that she wasn't Abby. The fear that they might kill her and return to kidnap Abby kept her silent. The only explanation must be for ransom from Abby's rich husband. Or could it be her secret work? Why else would wicked men want my sweet and studious sister? She rubbed Lancelot's thick, muscular neck, needing comfort from the gentle beast. The family's Irish stablemaster always said that she had the touch, a high compliment that she held to her heart, since her mother and her father always found her, their 3rd daughter, wanting. As a gently bred lady, she was supposed to prefer the drawing-room and sketching and sewing over spending her time in the stables filled with men and horses. She couldn't think of her mother right now, or how worried Abby would be when she didn't return. She gripped Lancelot's mane and squeezed her thighs and knees into his giant flank to back him out of the stall. "We must be off." Her racing heartbeat resounded in her ears as she nudged Lancelot into a canter. Slowing to a brisk trot at the road, Eliza searched for a sign or a landmark in the small village to orient herself. She didn't know the way to Bonington Estate and her sister. She had been knocked unconscious when she was taken, and knew nothing before awakening in the strange inn. Nothing looked familiar, and none of the shops gave any clue to where she was. The sky was filled with ominous clouds, preventing her from identifying the position of the sun to orient herself. Even then, it wouldn't help her to pinpoint her location. By the fading light in the cold, wintry December sky, darkness would descend soon, and she would need shelter. Glancing toward the stable, she saw the man who had fought the kidnappers jump on the gelding tied to a post. She pushed Lancelot into a gallop. She had made the right choice for her mount. Lancelot, a blue-blood goer with an Arabian head and perfect conformation, would easily outdistance the sturdy saddle horse and the stranger who appeared to be pursuing her. Why was this man chasing after her? By his arrogant attitude and his expensive fitted clothes, he appeared to be an English gentleman. Because he was English, could she trust him to help her return to Bonington Estate in St. John's Woods?